Hello bugs, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rose. I know I'm looking super duper crazy right now, but for today's video, I am going to be bringing you on this journey with me of creating eyeshadows. I am working on coming out with an eyeshadow palette. I have the theme and everything that I want. I'm just right now trying to figure out colors. And yeah, I have this big old mess here because eyeshadows is messy. I thought lip gloss was messy. Eyeshadow is super messy. So I'm gonna just be showing you guys how I created eyeshadow. I created these already. These two browns. This one's more like a reddish, like a medium reddish brown, and then this one is a dark brown. So I created these two so far. So I am going to show you guys what I did, and then these I created, I would say I think it was about last week. Yeah, last week. Besides the shimmers, these here I created yesterday. Right now I'm just working on matte shadows. I'm trying to get the matte shadows how I want them to be. These that I made at first, I didn't really like them, and I feel like it's just because the measurements of the eyeshadow base just wasn't where it needed to be. So I watched a few videos, I did some research, and I came out with some measurements. I'll let you guys know like the items that I'm using for the eyeshadow and everything. For me, what I did was, and I have more ingredients on the way because I want to just try like different formulas like for the base and just see how the eyeshadow works, and based off of, you know, whichever one I like, that's the one that I'm gonna go with. But for now, I'm just using what I have. So some of the ingredients that I've been using for these eyeshadows is nylon 12, cerussite mica, magnesium stearate, allantoin, and boron nitride. Those are the ones that I'm using now. The best way to figure out like what ingredients to get, what I did was I just went on my favorite makeup websites, you know, eyeshadows that I actually love their formula, I love the blendability, I love the pigmentation, all that stuff. I went on their website and I just looked to see what it was that they put in their eyeshadow, and whatever I was actually able to get my hands on is what I purchased. And then I have a few oxides, like I have a black, I have a brown, this is a mica. This one is like a satin pearl. I have like a red. I have some other colors here, like some micas and oxides, and everything. I got everything from TKB. So I already have my base mixed here. I feel like this is gonna be enough for one more shade. So I think the shade that I'm going to do now, since I'm working on browns, I'm going to see if I can create a lighter brown, something that's lighter than this. And I am going for more warm tone shades. I'm not really going for cool tone shades. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to put my gloves, actually, yeah, let me change them because super nasty. Where's my gloves? And I need to buy more gloves. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my gloves on. For the base, I'm not gonna give you guys measurements for the base, like, you know, how much of what I put, just because this is just what I kind of like figured out on my own, and I'm just hoping that it works. I don't want to give you guys measurements and then it's not like a formula that's like really good. So I would say experiment with like measurements and then just see how the shadows come out. That's what I've been doing. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the base right here. And then what you want to do is you want to, actually let me clean this off. And I am using, a lot of people say use a like a magic bullet or something. I'm using a mortar and pestle because this is what I have. I don't have like a magic bullet or a small little coffee grinder that I can use. So I'm just using what I have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm taking 2 teaspoons of base, and then I'll put a tablespoon of color. So I'm hoping that this is enough base. Yeah, this is definitely enough base. And again, we're doing matte shadows. Okay, so that's 2 teaspoons. So far with the mixture that I made, I was able to make, well, I only pressed 4 shadows, but this is how much, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is how much product is left. Let me see if I can weigh it. So pretty much 12 grams of product. So with this, I probably could make about, let me see how much each pan is. Okay, so an empty pan is 3 grams. So I can make 12 more shadows with what I made. So that's pretty good. That's like really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is I have this iron oxide called Raw Umber. I got this from, what's the name of the company? It's like I forgot the name of the company. It starts with an A. I know it starts with an A, but the pigments and stuff, the oxides that they have, they use a lot of them for like foundation, for prosthetics, but it is cosmetic grade. Everything is cosmetic grade. So so yeah, so what I'm gonna do is, so now I have to put a tablespoon of color. So I want this to be a light brown, so I'm actually gonna do half a tablespoon to see how. Okay guys, so I had to mute the background when I was talking because my work phone kept ringing. So I put the pigment and the base, and I just started mixing until everything was mixed very, very well together. One thing you have to definitely make sure, and I think this is why I've read a lot that people said you use like a magic bullet, like a mini blender or a coffee grinder, is because when you don't mix the pigment and the base well together, you will have like the eyeshadow be streaky. You'll have like some of the base just like laying around like white marks. You'll see later on in the video, I'll show you guys in one of the, like in a few of the shadows. So you definitely want to make sure that it's mixed. If you use a mortar and pestle, make sure you like mix it really, really well. It definitely takes a lot of time. Like you guys, I would say a good 20 minutes just mixing. So yeah, so right now, because it wasn't as light as I wanted, I end up using the satin pearl that I had just to see if it lightened up, but it didn't. So this shade, this batch, I did do 2 batches. I just didn't show you guys the entire process because this video would have been super long, and it's already long. So when I had put that white satin pearl, it didn't really lighten it that much. It honestly looked just like it looked like the same color as the the reddish brown that I had already made. So I end up making another batch with more of a pinky peach type of mica color that I had from CKB, and that actually came out lighter. So you guys are seeing here, this is the lighter shade, so this is the second batch that I had did. So that's the lighter one. But you guys are gonna see, like, I pressed it, my camera ended up dying after I pressed this shadow. Yo, can you put that sticker like on Sorry for the rude interruption, but yeah, you guys are gonna see me press it, and then I press it that one time. Make sure you clean your your tins with alcohol. That's what I had sprayed. So what I did was I just kind of scooped it into the pan, and then I started to chop it up, so it can disperse very evenly before pressing it. And then once I pressed it, I put a paper towel. I used that little tool, I pressed it, and this one you guys are gonna see when I swatched it, it came out like very powdery and soft, and it's because I didn't press it hard enough. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did right here. Alright you guys, so I done cleaned up my mess here, but these are the two shades that we created on camera. So this is what I mean when I say, like, you have to make sure that it's, whoops, come on, focus, there you go. You see how it has the white right there? That is the base. So this is why I say you have to make sure that it's the pigment in the base is blended super good, because this is what will happen. And you can see a little bit here, but on these well, besides this one you can see it, but these you don't see it at all. So these are the ones that I made off camera, these are the ones that I made on camera. So I am going to swatch them for you guys so you guys can see how pigmented and stuff they are. Oops. Oops. Okay, you guys can see me. So I'm gonna swatch. Ooh. Okay, so this is, I like the smoothness of it, but what I don't like is that when can it focus? Zoom you guys in a little bit. Focus. I don't know what's up with my camera, but it's gonna focus. Okay, so you see it's very smooth and creamy, but there's like clumps. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like clumps of the powder. You see it's like falling down and stuff. But I am going to swatch the shade just so that we can see. Really pretty and pigmented. So it's really nice. I like this shade. But what I would do, I think the reason why that one came out like that and this one might come out like that too is because I put too much base and only a little bit of product. So next time when I'm only going to do a little bit of color, what I'll do is I'll do probably half of the amount of the base. I'll probably do 1 teaspoon of the base and then the product. So yeah. So let's swatch this one. So this one is not as bad as this one. Maybe it's the pressing, I don't know. It could be, but this one isn't as bad. And this is the one that had the mica in it too. As you guys can see, In person, you can see a little bit of the sheen, like the shimmer, but it doesn't look shimmery. It looks like a matte shadow. So this is the second one. Okay, so this one is definitely a little darker than this one, as you guys can see. But I do like that it's super pigmented. Excuse me. Super pigmented and very smooth. So now I'm going to go ahead and these are the other two that I did. So these are the same, I just pressed them differently. So but as far as like pigmentation, they look the same, swatched. So these are these. So I'm doing this one first, and this is what it looks like. And that's it. This is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And all I did was this. And then let me grab this one. Dark brown. Ooh, yep, that's perfect. Exactly how I want it. I didn't get to swatch the dark brown because I wanted to film the video, but this brown is exactly what I wanted, like a really good dark chocolate brown. So this is what we did, this is what we got and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna cut it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to see how I create the shimmer shadows, I'm still like doing, when I did these, you guys, it was such a struggle. So maybe I'll do a video on what is going on? Maybe I'll do a video on like how I do the eyeshadows, like my whole process of the shimmer shadows. Let me know if you guys are interested. And you guys, look at my lips. I have glisten on the lips. Super poppin', juicy lips. Definitely go shop Velez Beauty if you haven't already. And just so you guys know, I do have a Valentine's Day bundle coming up. It is going to be 2 lip glosses. Where are they? So here, this is what they look like. So this one is Cupid, and then this one is Lovesick. Head over to my Instagram so you guys can see how they look. It's Velez Beauty, and make sure you guys are following as well. But it's going to be 2 glosses and a lash. I'm trying to figure out which lash I want to put in the bundle. And the bundle is going to be available to purchase February 5th, so definitely go ahead and check them out and everything like that. And yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I am trying not to touch everything because my hands are so disgusting, but yes, I will see you guys in the next one.